You're beeping.
What?
You're beeping.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on today?
What?
People are just donating money to me. Like on Ko-Fi. Like I got $12 yesterday and $50 today. But they didn't buy anything. Like this guy just gave me $50 and says, thanks for all the videos lately.
Great.
Mm. Mm. What? Man, that's crazy.
Your assistance, Lucy.
Now she's going to come help. Angela, I don't know if you understand what an expert she is in the kitchen. She's really eager to help you in the kitchen. She's there for you, kid.
Don't do it. Will you get the fuck out of the kitchen, please? Lucy? Get out of the kitchen. No, all the way out. Thank you. Nope.
I like how she's like, oh, and stay out of the kitchen?
No.
Lucy, you should try from this direction. Maybe she'll let you in that way. No, Lucy, come here. You silly hound dog. You can't be in there. Don't be underfoot. Come on now. You know what she wants you to do. Okay? Well, why don't you lay down on the bed? Why don't you stop being such a hound dog? Unbelievable. Wow. Are you making tomato soup?
Yeah.
Nice. Eon Digital, you are welcome to lurk. Just let's hang out, man. You know? Let my studio noise be your studio noise. It doesn't matter.
I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. The whole point of virtual studio is that people are just listening in to me working. It's not, it's like people, it's like, see, we don't feel so goddamn isolated, you know, because we're all sitting in our rooms drawing. I think people are very comforted by hearing my wife in the next room making tomato soup. It sounds idyllic. It's not. It's an awful existence. We're not happy. But oh man. Jesus, there's nothing about my life right now that should make you jealous. I'm terrified out of my mind.
Lucy, I'm gonna punch you.
That's not true.
Lucy.
You know, not that you want to hear this right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
I don't mind her so much in the kitchen when she's not on her lead. Because I'm not tripping over the lead.
Okay. That's wonderful for you.
I know she annoys you. I'm just saying.
She's underfoot, and I could potentially drop something she can't have. And I don't want that to happen. Get out.
She's nothing if not consistent. You heard tomato soup, and that's not nothing. I know. I'm sure it's all how you look at it, but oh, I was telling them the whole point of the virtual. I was saying to you the whole point of the virtual studio is that they're listening in on my life. It's comforting.
All right, tell me if this needs anything.
You're gonna hate me. I need another spoonful, and I'm not just saying that. Anyway, this guy said it was comforting. He goes, I'm for sure comforted, maybe a little jealous. And I said, there's nothing about my life right now you should be jealous of. I'm terrified out of my gourd. Everything's awful. All right.
Your wife's making you homemade tomato soup.
No, that's good.
Okay.
I wouldn't change a damn thing.
Excellent.
Has that got the boars and cheese in it?
It does.
Oh,
Some of my homemade chicken broth and some cream.
homemade chicken broths in that?
Yeah.
That stuff you had on the stove the other night when we went to bed.
That is done.
Yeah, Angie we make this tomato soup. So we buy those, it's like you can get them at Costco. It's like a big container of cherry tomatoes. And then you take what is that, a casserole dish? Sure.
Yeah.
I'll say a casserole dish. And then you put all the cherry tomatoes in it and you put a bunch of garlic in it.
Cheese, olive oil.
And olive oil, a bunch of olive oil, salt and pepper, and then you put a thing of like boars and cheese right in the middle. And then you roast that
About 30 minutes. 420.
for 13 minuten. And then you can, but we don't always add a little cream. I don't think you need it.
Sometimes it's needed. It depends on the acidity level of the tomatoes.
Okay, so depending on the acidity level of the tomatoes, when you taste it, maybe add a little cream.
They needed it.
So we did. All right. So apparently we needed it today. And then you get one of those immersion blenders. Did I say that right? And then you and you do that. That was my impression of the blender. And then yeah, then you have this awesome creamy tomato soup. It's not too expensive of a meal either.
Very inexpensive.
I don't know what boars and cheese, a thing of boars and cheese costs, but
Well, get it at Costco. It's cheaper in a 3-pack. Get a 3-pack for like $12 at Costco.
look at you.
Are people really interested in the cost of it? Pack of horse and cheese.
I don't know. I can ask them. Are you interested in the cost of this meal?
Dog.
Because we can break it down for you.
Lucy. Lucy.
We will not be bad mouthing Chicago style deep dish pizza in this stream, sir. Or ma'am.
Who wants to do that?
All right. How much soup does it make? Ugh.
Hold on.
Well, I mean,
This holds. Hold on, I'll tell you. I can tell you.
I'll tell you what, it makes soup that's as creamy as these ink lines. Hey, thanks for watching. Yeah, you're not 100% wrong. You're not 100% wrong.
It makes about 5 cups of soup.
Oh, that makes about 5 cups of soup. AKA 1.5 meals for me. No. Oh,
Fills a deli container in my bowl.
a Lucy.
You can always double it if you want to. I'm putting leftovers in the fridge because I assumed you're not ready to eat.
Yeah, I'm not hungry right now.
Okay. Very good then.
Thanks.
You betcha.
Appreciate you.
You betcha.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Sharon, I'm Sharon.
What's your take on readers who know you from online referring to you by your first name? I'm fine with that. It's my name. What else would you call me? Das ist mein Name. Yeah, you can call me Scott. That's perfectly fine. Makes more sense than calling me Dr. Kurtz, for I am not a doctor. A doctor of love. Yeah, I don't care. I'm Scott. What you got, Lucy? Is that your toy? You got your rings? Give me. Give me that. Wait, what? Go get those rings. Get them. Good girl. Come here. Bring me those. Well, you gotta get them. Let me see. Why do you keep coming over here without them? Go get the toy. Get them. Oh. Oh, God, you bit me too hard.
I'd like to say first off, what an honor it is to have Timmy this year. I'd say Timmy is not this is my first time or anything. I thought I would try something partners. And I find an officer from 50 miles outside of where you hail from, and be a team this weekend. Go on and make a friend.
I do not remember Scotty 2x4. It is very possible that I have forgotten it, but I don't remember it at all. So if that was not a joke, I don't remember. Hey, Replay Classics. Thank you so much. Don't worry. I'm glad you could even jump in and say hello. I'm going to be doing this all week, so I have a lot to ink. But yeah, thanks for reading and yeah, no problem. Come on.
Oh my God, Lucy, shut up. No. Did it leave any tracks, you know, any hairs? Not even the claw mark on the bottom.
What is your problem? Not really. I only play D&D. Draconius asks if I have any other favorite tabletop system. I've really only played D&D earnestly. I've only kind of dabbled in other stuff. I've only tried Pathfinder once. It was a bad experience, but not because of the system. And when I was young, we used to play Villains and Vigilantes, even though I don't think we really played it right. And we used to play Marvel superheroes. And we played Gamma World one time, both of the original Gamma World and when it was like a D20 kind of variant. But yeah, mostly D&D. Multiple different versions of D&D. That's what I've played the most. I feel kind of like a bit of a fraud when it comes to that kind of stuff because I'm not as serious of a gamer as a lot of people. When it comes to RPGs, I'm just not, and I really am not. Into board games a whole lot either. It's rare that I play board games.
Lucy, what are you doing? Okay, Google, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe we take. I see his personal effects. string bean wore these? Where's the belt? Who's wearing it? He stayed up without a belt. Or while down in the store. Studio, check this out. No, I've been hunting since I had a baby right. In dark, everybody can tell you, did like. Mean it? Nothing? Please come to.
Just watching Tom Lyle.
Whoosh.
How's that sound to you?
Something out here?
Well, it's him. It's in a bad.
Yeah, sure was.
What kind of animal you think did it?
Got animal control.
That's it. Jody Mouse, the fault.
He's, we have an issue. Raffle. This, Jordan shares.
He's got a bunch of ideas that you do. You know, maybe he's right. Just the animal control people. I used to put the cans in his fur. They really miss him much. Honestly, Donna, it's not fair. That seems like kind of a dick. If he was my dick. I would go for the can, you know. Rich less folks. Everything okay?
Yeah. I'll go to the raffle.
We get real, please.
All right. You want real? Somebody else turn it. Looks like another animal. Please don't spread that. We don't want to spoil everyone's good time.
It's in a good condition.
Exactly. Now, Deputy Graham and I gotta go make a few calls. So, try and have a good time, all right?
Okay, that's awful. And I'm deleting the whole thing. This is not good. And they're not even looking at each other, and I don't like this panel.
No.
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm deleting the whole thing.
So maybe you're next time.
Okay. Shit. All right.
No. There's been another animal attack. Front door, Cisco. Stop the sheriff. Work and close by now anyway. And wait till tomorrow. Anything I can help with it? Not unless you got any gems on how to handle a teenage girl whose mind is kind of a dick. It's got a whole lot more into it. Really good stuff. Remember 17 once? Yeah. Attitude up to here. I can't make it through her. You let anybody through to you at that age? Joey knew up kid. So come around. You did great. So, jerk accepted. I'm gonna get you going on my mini bar and watch pay-per-view. Oh my gosh.
Didn't you watch this yesterday?
I missed most of it because busy. So I decided to start it.
Cool. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy.
And brushes in the outside.
Anything missing?
There's one.
Is it the dark was missing?
No, so. Monsters eating on the bottom people.
No sugar.
Julia.
Dumbass.
No. Dawn. That's fine. What?
You guys know my stalker?
She location stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think it was shit that way. She's actually been pretty helpful, but it was just tough keeping her out of this nightmare stuff. Huh?
What is right now? Right?
You show up and now I'm a babysitter?
Well, Jerry, you might need to look at this crack at this just strikes me.
Fine. She tries to show me the sticker emotion. Did you really? Thank you, Chris.
Fair.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. Anything I can help. Actually, Sheriff, I was thinking you and I could go check on you. What about the water? You know. Well, it's cool with you, it's cool with me. Think yours are having some pretty serious eating there.
Sure. Oh. Okay. Well, we're here investigating the attacks of less than that's just one.
On the, yeah.
Wait a minute, you telling me the FBI's got nothing better to do?
Well, we go with most of us.
What? The rest of Bobcat and Kidney?
The problem?
No. What's the problem? He first had to roll through here. He wants to know.
Should keep watching. And shift cues, we are just sitting here like this. So as soon as you get tax, you can track.
No, sorry, I could have. Speaking of, deputy, I got check. Oh, agents, good to meet you. Help yourself to a bear.
Just like you do since the next time.
Yeah. Episode of Supernatural my wife's watching. That's showing up. Are you picking that up? That's interesting.
Check this one out. Take it for lunch, chill, have your nails done, she's always by your side. Oh, well, thanks. Think you can handle a big one?
Sigma, right? That's not fault. Cute. All this big one. You got to push it.
Try to pull the load of this when you got the wrong girl. Jennifer Aniston here is a wolf in sheepskin, right?
Thank you. Wolves are majestic creatures. They are flattering for other people.
Oh, sure, good enough. Now. But we just met. Cufflinks, you know this.
Tough what?
Cufflinks. Like the games like for cops. You want them?
See? No. Not quite there yet.
Oh, you still taking a date shoot? Huh?
It's more like trying to get through the stuff on my TDR first. What is wrong with you? You get off on fat shaming chicks? You are so not fat, by the way. And you are just a douche.
Okay. Let's just, okay.
What the H is hockey sticks, Joey? Oh, my ex a douche to his face. What else? Do you really think I'm gonna change him now? Just to get some treatment over that forever, is that it? How about this? Till you've actually lost a husband, you keep your mouth zipped about mine.
Ooh.
Has lost that husband.
She's looking out for you, girl.
Something happened. Seriously? We all have our houses. I'm sorry for that. Sure. You wanna talk about it? All right.
Agent, I'm looking for some tea handcuffs.
Right.
How's that? Ethan?
This investigation, here on, it's big. We're looking for some little help. You know, someone's not, a very top shop. See, something you'd be interested in. Might be. Okay. Well, first of all, we should coach. Yeah, ready.
No.
Sheriff Hughes changed the password. Took a lot of feed from traffic camera across the street when that first day got attacked. Wanted to check the footage. Sheriff's. Reason why.
Jersey, straight shoot. I'm sure. But I appreciate the collaboration, Deputy. You see, sure, please.
Not so serious. Thank you.
Me? That's why.
We're really encouraged.
Ever. You would say the best snowstorm class. So that
Just say, make a little chatter here.
guessing, I don't know if there was something. Files.
I used to share kids with someone like that. Hello? Okay, so first of all, back there, it was wrong time. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right, yeah. I hear you, Tony. Oh, yes. Quick, wrap my hair. It's up there. Yes. Don't. Did he see you? Rachel. Son was mentioning it. He says, hey, yesterday I saw your dad step into a room. Said, Jesus, our guy. Tell me that she saw him chicken 304. What? Just like the one said. Trust me. Welsh.
it was.
She's sure she's a vampire. John sucks teeth.
We've not really been playing a lot of Fortnite. We're playing a lot of Marvel Rivals.
So, where?
Bus.
I know those instant combat fastest too, but we should. Maybe this is for sure. Vampire.
Could be anything. Yeah, looks like someone's farm outside town. Could be something.
That's the only good we got.
Well, there's speculative, but vampires are far more dangerous than the zombies. You're gonna sit spot.
Stop you, Dean, or whatever your real name is. Accent's good.
Okay, all right, but stay. We'll take a look.
No, I have not watched the Tunnel Lower Decks. I know that it's pretty great, though, from what I've heard. And I loved the Strange New Worlds episode with the two of them on it. That was really great.
Well, it's all love. All of you will become all of us. We will always.
You're right. You're scared. Slow.
It's not having to kill people who got robbed. We scavenge. We don't sit and go. Use every part of the world. I just think I gave you lunch. Came in time for dinner.
It's not cool. I helped you out. And I did a video of captains doing that in the
I
hand.
didn't want paper. I wanted you.
I'm on bag one.
I beg your pardon. I thought you were your vampire standing on the show.
I found her.
I'm sure.
Sweet with his.
What's your name? You, pick up Burning Man?
When I'm crying, I heard about my daddy picking me up. I got in and it's sweet.
So what, like your Charlie Manson?
Charlie being kind of bad. And taught us everything.
That shows all kombucha and kumbaya.
Liberating is what it was. And then one day, I'm small.
Line is photo of pics.
Police were trying to him just
Damn cop.
I just want to know why you like
got boring.
I see my buddy Colby is always liking my social media posts about these feeds or these streams. I wonder if he's watching. I miss my Colby.
They try to protect people.
Yeah, he's great. Colby is the best.
If it means you won't kill these people.
We gotta kill him. You are.
You don't have to do this.
Kiss my ass.
We love you. We don't know who you are.
Oh, I've known Colby since high school. So he's been there since the beginning. He knew my mother. Not a lot of people around anymore that can say that. Did she just say Hakuna Matata, lady? All right. Just checking.
I just chopped off a vampire's head. You're great at that. No one has this thing.
What?
Yeah. That's good.
What am I doing here? Sorry. Hmm. Oh, it doesn't let me change that? What? Why? What? Okay. Locked. Why is it locked? Don't send me an email to update something and then lock that section off to me. I fucking hate Twitch. I got an email from Twitch saying I need to change my monetization payout information. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I've got subscriptions and I don't know it. So I went to Twitch and went to change my monetization and it's all locked. I can't enter any information. So whatever. There's $5 I'm not going to get. Well, if it's a scam, it didn't work. I went to the site and used the damn two-factor authorization to log in. Heading back downstairs, huh?
I potentially have an interview tomorrow. You could be ready for it.
Yeah, you definitely have an interview with somebody.
At some point. Somewhere at some point.
Oh, my new phone shows up today, doesn't it?
Yeah. It should.
My old man phone, my ARP phone.
And then they'll be sending you a box. Send back to you.
So here's my question. I was thinking about this last night. Don't I have to move my SIM card over? Did they talk about that at all?
You did not.
Okay.
But they did send like a text or an email with like a phone number you can call.
Oh,
So if you want that, let me know. I'll forward it to you.
you can. I'm sure it's just as simple as moving my SIM card over. I haven't moved a SIM card between phones in ages. Do they still do that? Or does the phone just know? Oh, Angie was at the store and AT&T, who is our carrier, they had people there and they were talking to her. And apparently if you're a AARP member, AT&T, if you show them that you're a member, like an active member of AARP, you get like a big discount on your service. And part of it is you just get a new phone. All you have to do is pay the taxes on it. And she has a pretty new iPhone. She's got like the 15 plus or something. I think mine's in like an 11 or a 12. And so she's like, well, my phone's really new. But my husband's on an older phone. They're like, cool, well, he can have the new phone. And so it shows up today. So free iPhone upgrade. I got a 16 coming. So whenever they do Apple Intelligence, I'll be able to have that. And won't that be something? What? Angie.
You remember how I told you if I tell them I'll be there Wednesday, then I'm gonna get an interview request from the other place Wednesday.
Is that what happened?
Wednesday
Which for which?
for Fred Hutt.
And did you already tell the clinic? Okay.
But the exact time I said 3:30.
Jesus Christ, Angie. Hey, by the way, congratulations on these interviews. Proud of you. Angie has 2 interviews and follow-up interviews. She's already interviewed with each place once. One is a homeopathic clinic in Ballard, and the other is to be an executive assistant for Fred Hutch, someone at Fred Hutch Hospital. And we've been waiting to hear when these second interviews were going to be scheduled. And then all of a sudden today, they both were like, hey, we want to schedule the second interview. It'll either be Tuesday or Wednesday. And so both of them are like, well, how does she respond, right? If she says to one of them, yeah, let's do it Wednesday. What if the other one says, let's do it Wednesday? And so I said, tell the clinic Wednesday at like 4, because that was one of the options. And she's like, well, what if Fred Hutch wants to do an interview with me on the phone? It's 45 minutes. I said, they'll want to do it in the morning. They're not going to say, let's do a phone interview at like 4 in the afternoon. And she's like, yeah, you're right. And so she went downstairs to do that and got an email from Fred Hutch saying, let's do Wednesday at 4. So if she had listened to me, she would have double booked those second interviews. Yeah, so the interview process is so weird now, especially with bigger companies, because like so with the clinic, the homeopathic clinic in Ballard, that's just a group of people running their own clinic, and that interview process is pretty simple. You're interviewing with the people you're going to work for. But when you're interviewing for Microsoft or like Fred Hutch or something big, it's like first interview with a recruiter. Charlie Brown, get your ass down. So first you got to interview with the recruiter, then you got to interview with the department head, then you got to interview with this person, you got to, and then maybe you talk to somebody. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. She has to write a diversity statement that says that she's like, how have you combated racism and discrimination in your personal and private life? I don't know how the hell I would answer that question. If I was in an interview and said, "What have you done in your personal and private life to combat racism?" I would crumble and say, "Not enough," clearly. I don't even know how to answer that. I am a cisgendered white Christian European male. You might as well just put Whitey McWhiterson on on the fucking CV. I am the I am a walking, living definition of white privilege. Like, I don't even, I mean, what could I do? Suicide? I don't know. What the Huh. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Answering emails and stuff. The part of the virtual studio. You get to see me stop to check an email and respond to people and blah, 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 blah. To quote the late, great Joel Carroll, thumbs down, fart sound. Have I been watching anything good lately? Yeah, let's see. Well, we're rewatching all of Outlander. Because there's a new season out and it's like I think the second to last season. Angel is a huge fan of the books and she got me hooked on the show. And we just decided we should just rewatch it. And then when we watch the new season and we'll be all like refreshed. So we started doing that. I mean, there's all kinds of good stuff on these days. It's an embarrassment of riches on TV. I'm really enjoying this show on Amazon Prime. That's kind of a fictionalized telling of this real heist that happened in, I think, Quebec, um, a maple syrup heist. And the show's called The Sticky. It's really funny. I'm really enjoying it. But if you watch that, you should look up the little documentary about the real heist of maple syrup. Yeah, I bet it was big news. In the show, it like there's the mob's involved and there's all kinds of weird stuff. But I don't think that. I don't think the mob was involved. I think it was. I don't remember the mob being involved in the real heist. Welcome, Barkley. Well, are you talking about the EAC or whatever it is? Oh. All right, time to stretch. Oh. I'm just stretching, Charlie. I'm just moving my legs and my back. We're not going anywhere, buddy. I'm just an old man. That's all. I'm just an old man. What the? Hey, I've moved my mic. Can you guys still hear me pretty good? It's more out of my way as I draw if I keep it here. Let me know. Awesome. Okay. My editor wanted me to change something about this page, if I recall. I need to go look and see what that was real quick. All right. Okay. I feel like we need to see Kate walk away. Otherwise, it seems like Val is responding to Kate in the next adorable panel, and then the scene feels cut short. Can you move all of Kate's dialogue into the middle right-hand panel and then replace this panel with one showing Kate walking away from Val? Yum, 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 yum. I can't move the dialogue, but I can definitely change this to her walking away. So let me take this. And then we'll expand this panel to like here. And then I'll move her over. Watching me draw hands is a pleasure. Oh my God. Okay. So this panel's going bye-bye and I'm changing it. Woof. All right. So now Kate's walking away in this panel. Well, let me ink this one up here first. Let me fix this picture of Kate too, because it's awful. That's better. All right. Oh boy. All right. I'm flipping through pages that I've already drawn to see if there's a pose I can steal. Because if I've already drawn it and it's super good, I should use it. I should use it again. Some call it cheating. I call it consistency. I call it consistency. Hey, thanks for listening to my song about using art from previous pages and future pages from the pages I'm on currently. It's something that I do, and I wrote a song about it. Makes me feel better about it. I hope you enjoyed my song. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Sometimes I steal from myself. Sometimes I steal from myself. Well, goodness gracious, look at this. It's a picture of Val that I drew in a panel coming up many pages from now. Oh, shit. What if I stole it and put it here? Would anyone even know? What if I stole it and put it right here? What if I took it and used it again? What the? What if I took it? What if I took it? What if I took it right here? All right. This is what happens when I can't listen to music. Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the time, crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang. Remember the Bloodhound Gang, guys? If I listen to music, won't YouTube mute my stream? Won't they say that's copyrighted music? You can't do that. That's what I thought. Maybe I don't care. Maybe fuck it. You know what? Maybe fuck it. Maybe fuck it. Maybe fuck it. I was going to say, what do other artists, how do they do it? But there's probably not other artists that just sit and ink for hours and work on a book for hours and just sit here like a dork. Or maybe there is. I don't know. I mean, I'm not making any money off these videos yet. I don't have enough subscribers or anything to monetize or get super chats. So I would just hate for the sound to be removed. From it after the fact. Let us consult the oracle. Oh, Google. Oh, wise one. Can I listen to music while I stream live on YouTube? Yes. You can listen to music while you stream live on YouTube, but you must ensure that the music is royalty free or you have the license to play it. YouTube scans all live streams for copyrighted content, including music. If YouTube identifies copyrighted content, it will warn you to stop streaming the content, cover your live stream with a placeholder image, temporarily interrupt or terminate your stream. Hey guys, check out my lo-fi guitar, royalty-free music. Isn't this great? Yeah. Yes. Oh, is this YouTube?
Yeah, this is Jonathan YouTube.
I swear to God, that was royalty-free music, Jonathan.
No, about that, Sonny.
I swear that is royalty-free music there.
That is high quality royalty-free music.
I swear to God, that is royalty-free music, and I cannot be struck for that. Where are you right now?
Driving, running some errands, and tuning in to listen to your stream. And I didn't actually hear, were you playing some music that you thought you were going to get struck by? I didn't actually hear why you were.
No, I would love to play music in the background and like so while I'm working.
Yeah.
But if I play copyrighted music and it gets picked up by my mic, YouTube will terminate the stream or mute it.
Right.
Right.
But you can. One thing I don't understand when it comes to that sort of thing is where do they draw the line between? So, like, if you play copyrighted music, they'll strike you or they'll mute it or whatever. But why are some people allowed to watch like movie clips or movie trailers and talk over them, and that doesn't get struck?
I don't think they're supposed to.
Well, I thought it was something that had to do with if you're talking over it, it's considered that you're giving commentary on it. Whereas if you're just playing it and not saying anything, then you're using it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, why don't you find out?
Well, I guess because I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But I think there's a limit, right? Like if it's more than a certain amount of time per clip, then you can't do it. They keep the clips to a certain amount.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like okay, there's a girl that does videos where it's called Top Horny Head, and it's this young, cute blonde girl. She's probably like in her 20s. She's sweet, but like she watches movies. She watches movies that like you and I have seen like a time. So some never seen them before, and so she'll watch these movies, and then you'll watch how she reacts to the movies. Now she does cut it up a bit. Like it's not like she just watches the movie straight through. Like you'll see her watch like a few minutes of the movie, and then it'll cut to like a close up of her reacting or something. So it's not just playing the movie all the way through. But I've always wondered, like, how is it that those people, or like the people that watch movie trailers and react to them, how are they not getting struck? But like I had a case. Okay, here's another example. Through BigFanboy.com, I'll get emails from different studios, and they'll say, "Hey, we want to offer you this clip for you to share with your readers." And I've had like Lucasfilm will send me a clip from like the Clone Wars or something, and they'll say you have permission to post this clip. So I'll post it up to YouTube, and I'll even make a notation in the description and everything else. This clip was posted with permission from Lucasfilm, and I'll still get struck by YouTube. Like I'll still have YouTube say, you posted copyrighted content, or something like that. And it's like, but there's no way for me to like dispute it with them. Well, I think there might be like a little, you can put a comment or something. No, this was uploaded with permission or something like that. But I just often wonder, like, why is it that certain content gets struck and other content does not?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Well, thanks for your help, Scotty. I really appreciate it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't have the answer to this shit.
Well, clearly. Okay.
How about this? How about people that take someone else's stream and just replay it and then comment on it? Why is that okay?
You mean e-fapping?
Yeah, e-fapping. Why is that okay?
I would think that you could. Where people have struck other channels. I'm pretty sure there have been. In fact, Liam Gray, that was notorious for doing like someone would post they would she found one of his streams or something and he would copyright strike. But then they whined and said, "That's not cool, man. You shouldn't copyright strike somebody." And it's like, wait a minute. So you think it's not cool for you to strike somebody that's using your copyrighted content, but it is cool for you to sit there and make fun of them by stopping their streams? What am I missing?
Oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole conundrum.
Riddle wrapped in a mystery.
It's a real enigma. You running around doing errands?
Yeah. On Saturday, so I'm trying to do like stuff. not enough hours in the day, Scotty.
Well, yeah, tell me about it.
How the dog's doing?
They're sleeping. Lucy's right here next to me as I draw. Charlie's in the living room, probably in my chair. Angie's downstairs doing unemployment stuff and setting up interviews.
Yeah. Did she get that new job, or is she still working on that?
The one that was at the nursing home, like assisted living place, didn't happen. They went a different direction, but she's got 2 interviews this week with different places there, and they're both second interviews. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this week she's got a job. Meanwhile, dipshit over here, still an unemployed artist.
That seems to be our lot in life, right?
Yeah. Well, me. Yeah, I don't know about you.
Well, yeah, I pretty much stopped it once COVID hit. All that dried up.
I noticed the other day you said I made some comment and you were like, I don't sell stuff on eBay anymore. And I meant to ask you, like, why did you say that?
Oh, I stopped selling on eBay years ago. There was 2 reasons. One, eBay is so sided towards the buyer that you can literally go on eBay, buy something from somebody, and you can cancel the transaction simply by saying you had buyer's remorse, which is ridiculous. Or you can say, well, the item that I got was not as described. And regardless of, or you could send back an item that wasn't even the same item, like you could send back a damaged version of the same item, and they will always side with the buyer. The seller just gets screwed. And so it's a real minefield for sellers now. Like, it's stupid to even try to sell on there.
Well, and they take so much of your money too.
Someone's going to screw you over. Yeah, they'll
And-
find a way to screw you.
And they hold it in this weird escrow thing for a long time.
Well, that was the other reason that I left, was because they started doing what they call, which means that when someone pays you, you don't actually get the money. eBay gets the money, hold the money, and after a certain period of time, after you've proven that you shipped the item, then they will send you the money only at that point. But again, while that money is being held, the buyer could file a dispute. They could come up with any reason they want to basically say, oh, well, this guy didn't deliver what he said he was going to deliver or whatever. And they'll find in favor of the buyer every single time.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it to sell on eBay. So, yeah, I stopped selling there years ago. Plus, I also noticed, like, the fees were getting really high. Like, they were taking like 25% of what you make. It's just not worth it. They made it too unpleasant of an experience to sell there. Occasionally, like, if I have some comics, something I want to sell, like, there's a lot of groups on Facebook that I'm in.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace.
Well, it's not even that. Like, I'll just go into, like, there's comic book groups where the entire purpose of the group is to buy and sell comics to other people. And you can go in there and just say, hey, I've got invincible comics. Here's what I'm asking for them. And a lot of times someone will contact you right away and they'll say, okay, I'll take it. Or they might throw you an alternate offer or something. But it's just easier, to do it that way. So, yeah, no more eBay for me. I don't even really buy off of eBay anymore because I have so many experiences where, like, I buy something and someone will say, this is in mint condition, and then it gets to me. And I was like, so, yeah, I got tired of them.
All right.
So, F those clowns is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I used to sell original art on there, and I The last time I did, it was a miserable experience.
Was it miserable because the person never paid, or was they disputing it or something?
No, they paid. It's just that eBay just like that whole hang on to it for you. I mean, they hang on to your money for almost like a month.
Yeah, it's great.
And then they take such a large amount.
I think like if you sell all the time, like if you sell consistently, then the wait time is up less. I want to say somebody like that sells on eBay, they said, oh yeah, once you do it like at a certain point, not strict about it or something, but still it's just pretty way to do business, you know, like the way they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, granted like certain options, like if I sell something but I kind of understand that because you know, big auctions, like they sell the item, they have to wait for payment. So they're not going to do a check until they not only A, get a check, but once that check clears. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
just-
different.
Yeah, it takes a little longer. Yeah, I get that. But when it's just like electronic money, like people that are paying the PayPal or whatever, then that shouldn't take more than a day or two.
You mean like if someone buys a Charles Schmutz original from Heritage Auction?
Well, an original Charles Schmutz is such a value. That's true. We're not whistling Dixie here. We're talking about Charles Schmutz.
Oh man.
You were so confident. How are you going to bid? What was the number? Was it 500? Like, what was your cap?
No, I called Angie, said it's an original Schultz like napkin drawing practically. Like it's just a little scrap of paper, but it's freaking Snoopy. And Mark and I can't figure out how the shit this is being auctioned and that no one's talking about it. Like it's just a little doodle and it's signed to somebody else, but it's an original Charles Schultz drawing.
Right.
And they're not making more of these. And it was little. It was just this little doodle, like he was at a restaurant or something.
Right. No, I remember the piece, but what was your cap that you were going to go up to that you were like, I'm going to bid up to this much?
She told me it was okay to bid up to $2,000, and I told you, fuck it, I'll go up to $3,000.
Yeah. And you're like, I got this in the bag. I'm going up to $3,000.
I'll go up to $3,000, and then the bidding started at $11,000. And they practically kicked us out of there because we made so much noise laughing.
I think we were laughing so hard.
You and I almost fell out of our chairs laughing at that opening bid. We had psyched ourselves up so much too. And you were like, all right, we're going to use my thing. Here's how you do it. And, you know, and I mean, the buildup was just so stressful. And there was nobody there. And they had like provided lunches. I remember eating a salad.
Yeah, that was one of the earlier in-person auctions that they did. Those early in-person auctions were great because they catered really nice food. You know, they were never really that. I think the real reason they did them was not that like that was working them had food to eat. You know, catering food. There was never more than I think the biggest one I ever went to. There was maybe like 30 people, and that was like a really big, high profile. Like they promoted the hell out of it.
Well, the reason why we went to that was because they were auctioning off some of Nicolas Cage's comics.
Yeah.
There was like a Batman, like an old Batman comic with the penguin on it, you know, and that's why we were there. And then we saw that Charles Schultz piece, and it was like, you're like, you might get this. There's nobody here. And you were being genuine. You didn't think you weren't playing me or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like.
But what we forgot was that there's a whole bank of employees of Heritage Auctions working the phones. We forgot that part. And
The other thing that I learned over time would literally have, like, they don't see what you said, people that were working the phone. Well, sometimes the people on those phones were like George Lucas or Guillermo del Toro.
Right.
Like people that had more money than God. Like, you were not going to win. You're going up.
No.
So, you know, once you kind of have that realization, then you really get a lot more realistic about it. But
We didn't.
those were the early days. That was before we really knew how big and popular those options were.
And then we were already in hot water at that particular auction because we were eating the catered food, and I had poked a cherry tomato and it rolled off the table and under the chair of someone in front of me, and he had stepped on it. So we'd already shown that we didn't have the right etiquette to be at the hoity-toity auction.
We were the ugly.
And then when they said we'll start the bidding at $11,000, we immediately just started rolling around laughing. Good times.
You know what's funny? I won a few of those Nicolas Cage books. There was a couple of like one, and then there was a Batman oversized comic book one. And I think I got it pretty cheap. But I just wanted one of those because I could own one of Nicolas Cage's comic books or something. So some years later, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I was in Austin for South by Southwest. Nicolas Cage for Road. You ever see that movie?
No.
It's really good. It's one of his better films. It was directed by David Gordon Green. They shot it in Austin. Anyway, I got the interview for that, and when I went in to sit down in the hospital before the cameras started rolling, I told him, I said, actually it was one of the guys running the show, Dallas Comic Con, when we had your auction with Heritage Comics, the Nicolas Cage auction. And he just kind of smiles and goes, "Oh yeah, those were some good books." And I'm like, yeah, I know why he said it the way he said it. His wife at the time, I think, was it Lisa Marie that was with him at the time?
I think it was.
She made him sell that collection.
Yeah.
He wanted to sell those books. She made him sell those books. And then right after he sold all those books, she dumped him.
But he got to bang Elvis's daughter.
That's true.
And I think that's what I think that's oh man. Wait, and didn't she just pass away?
Not long ago.
Well, you say that. You say that, but we all know we all know what really happened to Lisa Marie Presley. It was the Peter Ustinov killer. 100%. 100%. That's
I'll tell you the moment that I knew just how big Heritage was. The figures and money was flowing. There was one year I was at San Diego. I want to say it was like 2006, maybe.
okay.
There's going to be a lot of things. I apologize, but I'm standing out front with Tim Bradstreet. We're just hanging out, and Frank Darabont comes walking up. Now, I knew that Tim knew Frank. Remember Tim telling me the story about how he had visited the seventh grade and they were friends. I guess they had met through Comic-Con. anyway, we start talking, and they had just recently announced at that point that Darabont was going to do The Mist. And The Mist is my favorite Stephen King story. I like John Shadow Death. I was super excited that Darabont was going to do it. So I told him, I was like, so thrilled that you're doing The Mist. Story. I've always loved that story. I can't wait to see what you do with it. And we were kind of talking about it for a few minutes and like what some of his plans were for it and everything. And right as he leaves to walk away, he says, "Hey, I'm going to see you tonight at the dinner, right?" And I knew that like Frank would always do everything. So right before he leans into Tim and he whispers something in Tim's ear, and then he leaves and walks away. And Tim just kind of smiles and looks at me and says, "What?" Frank just leaned in and told me, "Bring Mark with you to dinner." And I was like, "That's so cool." Like, I was very unexpected, but like, really. So I go to that dinner, walk in, and the table is like, it is a full who's who of like everybody that I love in Hollywood. Like, Guillermo del Toro's there. That was the night that I first met Bernie Wrightson. I met him at that dinner. Lee Stout was there. What's his name? John Landis is there. Like all these big Hollywood people are there. Frank Darabont, everybody. So I go in and we sit down. I sit right next to Guillermo, and Guillermo is like the nicest, coolest person. Like he's just so fun. Anyway, the reason I'm telling the story is because at one point we start going around the table, and all the people who are like me that are just nobody, they're like, "So what do you do?" And so at the time I was working at Heritage, and so I said, "Oh, well, I catalog comics and original art for Heritage." And like Landis, Guillermo, Darabont, like everybody at the table is like, "Oh, so you're one of the guys that's making our lives miserable." And I'm like, "What?" And then they all say, "Well, we're always buying original art and everything from Heritage." And then I'm thinking, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It would be guys like that were buying stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
And so then of course, like when I got back to Heritage, I wasn't supposed to do this, but I go into the computer and I look up, and there it is, like contact information for Guillermo del Toro, George Lucas, Frank Darabont, like all these huge Hollywood directors and big name people in Hollywood. They're like some of our highest bidders. Like they were the guys that were bidding constantly in those auctions. Yeah. So if you ever wondered who's buying all that shit, it's guys like that. And I know Guillermo not long ago, well actually Darabont did too, I think, but Darabont sold off a lot of his art. He had a ton of like Bernie Wrightson original art, including some of the Frankenstein plays. And I think he sold a bunch of that stuff off. But yeah, those guys are buying up stuff like crazy, man. So just better hope that whenever you get one of those characters on, something that one of those guys want, because you're never going to get it.
No, I'm not going to beat George Lucas at a Heritage auction.
I'm guessing that George Lucas is probably buying stuff like Frazettas, like original Frazettas, and like Williams and stuff like that. He's probably buying like artwork and stuff. Like, you know.
He's like Tony Stark in Iron Man 1, where he's just buying paintings and storing them.
Yeah, buying and storing.
God damn it. I was going to say something and it fell right out of my goddamn head. Welcome to 50. Nope. All right.
I will tell you the coolest thing I ever did, and I was shocked.
If you're going to talk to me for this long, why didn't you call in using the StreamYard link?
Well, because I'm driving. It's
Oh.
a little harder for me to park and have to go in.
Okay. Okay.
But the coolest thing I ever got from Heritage, I actually got it pretty cheap. And I can't remember if you were with me at the auction, because it was one of like the earliest auctions they had. But they had an original Drew Struzan. And it was, you remember Drew, like outside of the movie posters, like he would occasionally do like video cassette box covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a box cover. It wasn't the finished art. It was like a pencil comp. But if you've ever seen Drew's pencil comps, they're very detailed. And it was a pencil comp of Emmett Otter's Jug Band.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So that came up for auction. And so I started bidding on it. And again, it was a similar situation. It was like not a lot of people in the room. And I'm thinking, well, nobody's going to be paying any attention to this. And, like, it wasn't even signed. Like, that was one of the weird things about it. It didn't even have a signature on it. But it was definitely Drew Struzan. And so I started bidding on it. And I think the bidding started, like, really low, like $50 or something. And, like, no one else is bidding against me. And then just as they're about to call it, this guy in the room, he bid like 75. So then I bid 100. So then he bids 125. So then I bid 150. Now, at that point, I'm starting to get mad because I'm thinking like, so basically I'm competing with this one guy and he's in the room like within spitting distance from me. So when I said it, I go, 150. And he like turns and looks at me and I just gave him the death stare and he put his paddle down.
Oh my God.
So I literally scared the guy away from bidding against me on it. So I think I want to say I won it for 150. I think it was either 150 or 175, something like that. Plus the juice, you know, the buyer's premium or whatever. So I think it was just under $200. But it was actually kind of a weird story too because I won this piece.
Whoa. So you have a Drew Struzan Emmett Otter Jug Band Christmas drawing?
Yeah, it's an original comp he did for it's not the final, but it's like a simple comp. But there's kind of a little bit of sadness to the story because I won it. And then sometime later, I saw Drew at San Diego Comic-Con. And I've seen Drew several times over the years. He kind of knew me. But I see him at the show, and I told him that I had this piece, and I wanted to get him to sign it because it wasn't signed. So I bring it to him, and he's looking at it. And he's just kind of shaking his head. And I could tell there was like something going on there. I was like, well, he seems a little pensive about this. Like, what's the deal? So I asked him, I said, is it okay? Or is there something I need to know about this? And he goes, this is a piece I did while I was working under this guy who ran an advertising firm. And basically what he did was he kept all of my art. He never gave it back to me.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, no. Because then I'm thinking, so he's basically telling me this piece is stolen. And so you know what I did? I said, Drew, can I give this back to you? And he said, no. He said, you bought this, right? And I said, yeah, I won it in an auction. And he goes, no, this is yours. I don't want to take it from you. And I said, well, I feel bad now because I know it's a stolen piece. And he goes, yeah, but you didn't steal it. And I said, well, yeah, but, you know, but then I felt terrible even asking him to sign it. But he was so nice about the whole thing, so gracious, and he did sign it. And I think then he felt bad because he realized he had made me feel bad. And it was like, it was one of these weird, like, bittersweet moments because it ended up being kind of a nice moment between me and Drew. But I felt terrible when I realized that the piece was a stolen piece of art. Now, apparently, it was one of like hundreds of stolen pieces of art. And it also explains why it was never signed. Because Drew only signed artwork that he sold himself. But still, you know, it was just kind of
It's shitty.
I guess you could say that, you know, well, Heritage sold it, and obviously they didn't know it was stolen. So, I don't know. I'm happy I have it. I just wish it was under different circumstances. I wish I had bought it from Drew and not from somebody else, you know?
I think that's the closest you can get, buddy. I mean, he gave you his blessing to have it.
Yeah, I know.
And you were sincere in that you were going to give it to him.
Oh, I was gonna, without question. I made up my mind. The second he told me what had happened, I was like, I'm gonna give this back to him.
Yeah, of course.
And but then he was like, he wouldn't hear it. He was like, no. You know, and I'm sure, you know, listen, if we're being honest, he probably didn't get it. Probably like, oh my God, what am I going to do? At the same time, it was just kind of the principle of it. I just felt so bad. Here I was holding this piece that was a stolen piece of artwork. I had to be told that I'd be a part of it. Oh my God.
You should have given it to him, and then you should have given it to him and said, "This is yours again," and then had him sell it back to you for $1.
That would have been a cool idea. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I guess it could have been worse, but I remember in the moment, it really made me.
No, that's awful, because you don't, when you're like, "Hey, I got this awesome thing and I love it," and he's like, "Oh, that sucks."
Well, the funny thing is, we had talked about it before, because I had told him, like previously when I had seen him, I told him, I said, I have a piece of your art I need to bring and get you to sign it. And he was asking me, well, what is it? And I said, well, it's one of your pencil comps for the Emmett Otter Stub Band. He just kind of was like, okay. But it wasn't until he actually saw it that I think he realized, oh, this is one of the pieces that was stolen from me.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. So, but I guess it is well. Somewhat well. Okay, I'm going to go cry.
What? Okay.
No. Maybe. I might.
Don't cry. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
This is what it sounds like when
Doves cry.
doves cry.
How funny would that song have been if he went, "This is what it sounds like when doves cry." Caw-caw!
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Okay, bye.
Okay, have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, all right, bye.
Copyrighted material.
Mark Walters thinks he's so funny. And he is. He's very funny. But he thinks it. He thinks it. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes a show off. Okay. I've been streaming for like 2 hours now. I need to take a break and eat something for lunch. So yeah, this has been great. We had a good time. We told some stories. We drew some. We talked about Drew Struzan. We drew. So it was a double drew. And thanks for listening and for watching. And I love you guys. And talk to you later.